show, I'm not trying to paint any narrative when I go out and do these videos.
Like,
The border, and yet nobody wanted to cover that. Somali leering centers, and then you have these other adult daycares that are taking our money. People were getting trafficked at the border, and yet nobody wanted to cover that. And so I was just trying to report on what I saw, and it was never right or left. It was just like, this is what's actually happening, and people obviously like it because I'm not trying to paint any narrative when I go out and do these videos. Annual checkup. Odds of that happening are very, very slim. So you guys received $5.5 million in 2025. In your peak day, you guys had 341. Yeah, right here. So how come one day you guys had 348 beneficiaries?
No, I didn't answer. Can you give me permit?
We don't need a permit to film. But do you think there is fraud taking place here inside some of these daycares, ma'am?
Can you give me your ID? Everybody,
Can you give me your ID?
Yes, sir.
Give me your ID.
Yeah. Okay. So give each other your IDs. Give her your ID as well.
Give me your ID first.
No.
So I'm not going to give you my ID. My name's Nick Shirley. I have nothing to hide. For you guys' benefit, it would help if you guys could just answer.
I don't want the benefit.
I don't
What's next?
understand what I just said.
What's
so,
$5.5 million?
Have a good day. Have a good day.
Are you guys committing fraud by chance?
No.
To give you an idea of how insane this is, they're claiming to serve 348 patients in one day. So how big of a practice would you have to serve almost 350 patients in one day? Well, the average doctor can serve about 20 to 30 patients per day. This is based on the amount of time that's in a day. So to serve 348 patients, you would need about 14 full-time doctors seeing 25 patients each. So I don't think this practice has 14 full-time doctors. So the actual facility itself would need a lot more staff. You would need about 100 people working full-time.
Okay. Yeah. You can do that all day long. Anybody can do that. Be like, hey, I want to make you the fall guy. Go set this up. Doing that makes no difference. You can do that all day long. If you don't get the guy who does the actual paperwork, you ain't doing nothing. You're getting set up, or you're part of it, either one or the other. But if someone gets that kind of money, why the fuck are they gonna start the fucking daycare center? Why are they gonna do that? They already got the fucking money. If they're gonna commit fraud, they got the fucking money. Just fucking take off and go. Why go there and do all that work? Anything at all. It's the guy. You can crush all the daycare centers that you want that are paid by taxpayer money, which it's a normal thing. You can apply for grants and start up something to help people. Anybody can do that. But it's the guy. That's the guy that you want, not them. They have no clue. They're probably either forced against their will. Hey, you need to do this. You need to open this up, and you need to go work there. You get caught, you're going to take the fall. But doing this makes no sense. Those people have no clue what's going on. You can even see that clearly in the video, or it looks staged. I mean, really, if you got $12 million handed over to you, are you really going to put that whole thing on and hope everything runs really well and you don't get caught for fraud? Even though you just got $12 million jackpot, you're going to risk it. That makes no sense. Anybody with eyes and brains should be able to go, that's not the guy. The guy is the guy in the government that's supposed to be doing background checks and approving it. That's the guy, not them. No, that's the narrative. And I thought you weren't controlling the narrative. Because that's not the guy. No. That's the fall guy. So, on to Elon, all he needs to do is get a book, right? And read it. It's by a radiologist. He learns about radiation sickness. And, he gets to know that what he said on Joe Rogan's show was a complete lie. And it looks like fraud. Because when you upshot your products and you say, don't worry about microwave radiation, don't worry about 5G cell towers, and it's arbitrary and capricious, lost in court and 40 plus years old, and based on 1980 rat and monkey tests, where they were blasted with microwave radiation to the point where they couldn't push food lever, even though that they were starving. Cut that number by 50% for the general public and 10 for workers, and called it a day. Only looked at 6 minutes worth of heating effect and refused to look at anything else. And the WHO, when they were cornered, they were asked, so who wrote your fact sheet? They said, we ain't telling you and we ain't showing you. So you a liar.
Exactly, yeah, and that's the thing. It's not just about a single study or one claim. It's this decades-long outdated framework that once you see it, it's like a house of cards. So yeah, if he really wants to be a savior of humanity, he needs to educate himself. Get a real expert and take a good hard look at the science behind it.
And for Nick, that's not the guy, right? That's not the guy.
Right, exactly. Nick's more like the conduit in this, just bringing these cases to light. But the real focus, like you said, is on who's pulling the strings behind the paperwork, the ones enabling the fraud. That's the person we really need to identify.
Hey, I'm supposed to do a background check on you, but you know what? I'm actually taking you in as a fall guy here. You're going to run this daycare because you just got $12 million. Why the fuck are you going to open it up and go, I'm going to toss the fucking, the dice and see whether or not I'm going to get caught with this fraud. Even though I just got $12 million, I could run. I mean, $12 million is a lot of money. So why would you take the risk? Why?
Exactly. It makes no sense at all. The whole thing feels like a trap, like they just wanted a convenient scapegoat. And that's why we need to crease it all back to the real decision makers, the ones who orchestrated all this from the start.
Well, I think we blown the case wide open. I think better. What do you think, Gumshoe? Do you think we cracked the case?
I think we've definitely uncovered some real gaps, for sure. I mean, we've got a clearer picture now of how these pieces connect. It's not fully cracked yet, there's more digging to do, but I think we're on the right track.
Yeah, not the guy. Or gals, yeah. Even the other one is just, oh my god, it just doesn't seem even close to remotely even the clothes don't even match. Even the clothes of the person that supposedly did the alleged fraud doesn't even match up. This is the frauder, really. That's the guy? No, that's not the guy.
Yeah, exactly. The details just don't line up, so we keep looking for that key figure behind the scenes, because whoever really set this up, that's the person who needs to be brought to light.
I mean, if you're really gonna do the fraud for it, you figure you would spend enough money to make sure all your numbers match, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You'd think they'd be more careful and get all the details airtight, but it's almost like they got sloppy.
All right, so we got 2 minutes left. The fraud that needs to be looking into is the FCC outdated safety guidelines that lost in court, arbitrary and capricious, 2021, still dragging their feet. And Elon uses it all over the place as he downplays it on Joe Rogan's show. That's fraud. Do that. Money though, so probably not.